Hello and welcome, sports fans, to this live video streaming event from Table Rock Sports Productions in partnership with our local school districts and sponsors. I'm Jim McCoy with Mark McLemore on the camera, Colton Treadway, as we broadcast to you today from Coquille High School in Coquille, Oregon, and we thank you for joining us today. Welcome to the Lithia Superstore Game Night, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. Tonight we are featuring the Cascade Christian Challengers versus the Coquille Red Devils in Far West League action. We're pleased to bring you this game on TableRockSports.net in partnership with our community business partners. Joe Brett is the executive producer for tonight's event. The sponsors keep these events free for fans to enjoy. Please let them know that you appreciate their support. And we invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Search Table Rock Sports and click on the red subscribe button. We will let you know when the games go live. Let's go ahead and move into the Tap Rock Northwest Bar and Grill portion of our pregame show. And joining me in the booth this evening, Mark McLemore, the boys' JV and JV2 coach. And he's just minutes removed from a nice effort. And Mark, your whole team got in the score column this evening, and including a nice, as I understand, performance from Silas Berry.
Yeah, Silas with a nice night tonight. He had 9 points and 7 of those in the fourth quarter, doing a nice job for us tonight, as well as others, including Eli Bryant, who had 13 points in a quarter and a half. And, we did a really nice job of taking care of the game right from the beginning, and the JVs end up winning 71-29.
So now, it's been a couple of games since you and I lost last broadcast. North Valley, that was the last game that we covered. Since then, the Challengers, big victory over at Lakeview. They're in the middle of this 5-game road trip. And then against St. Mary's on Saturday, a 14-point win for the Challengers. A game that, well, we know enough to know that anything can happen over on their floor. And, 14 still sounds like a comfortable victory. I know on the other hand, it sounded like Coach Morris wanted to work on the team's effort a little bit. And then, man, did they ever bounce back big time with a victory against South Umpqua, game in which they shot a blistering 69% from the floor, 54% from three-point range. And anytime a high school team can put 87 points on the board in 32 minutes, that's a good night.
Oh, that's definitely a good night. And they started out with 31 in the first quarter, and anytime you put anything over 30 in an 8-minute quarter, that's pretty impressive. And the Challengers came out very, very hot in that first quarter and just did a nice job of really taking care of business in that game. And really, by the middle of the second quarter, you could kind of see that South Umpqua was somewhat defeated.
Well, what I thought was nice as far as the Challengers were concerned in the game, a lot of people talk about Austin Maurer and what a big presence he is for the team. You know that he can score, that he can rebound, that he can block shots, and he can do a lot of things, but where he really shined on Wednesday night was with all the attention paid to him in the box and one that the Lancers offered, that he did a great job of being the assist man.
Well, being the assist man and also being the guy who sort of moved around and drawing all the attention away from the areas where the Challengers wanted to go score. And I thought the Challengers, especially Drew Hall in that first quarter, did a great job of finding the open guy in that box and one, and the Challengers with a bunch of layups and really easy-looking shots that they were able to get because there was so much attention being paid to Austin. And to his credit, he was able to move around in areas that opened up other areas of the floor for the Cascade Christian Challengers to really take advantage of that box and one and get easy looks. And that's what happened in that first quarter. They switched their defense a couple different times in that game, and each time the Challengers made some really nice adjustments and really, just like I said, put that game away probably about midway through the second quarter, just scoring so many points in that first half.
Well, and let's talk about this Coquille team a little bit. When you and I sat down before the season started, we tried to identify some road games that we thought might be fun for the fans to watch. And I think what we're finding behind the Challengers in the Far West League, there's this very interesting battle shaping up between Douglas is looking pretty good, Coquille, is having their moments, and then South Umpqua. It's St. Mary's.
St. Mary's,
we're looking at it and trying to kind of figure out where some of that competition is going to emerge, because one of the things that we see happening in league play is some of these teams behind the Challengers are kind of beating each other up.
Yeah, they really are, and they're more evenly matched. And the Challengers so far have just kind of set themselves apart as the team that's pretty much dominated their opponents, with the possible exception of that St. Mary's game, where really even in that one they got off to the big lead. St. Mary's did come back a little bit in that third quarter, and I think at one point got it down to a 9-point game, but then the Challengers sort of righted the ship and made sure that they weren't going to get any closer.
Well, what I think is interesting about this Coquille team is a lot of names surfaced tonight that were present during football season, to recognize names like Gardner Scolari or Hunter Layton, who I would imagine must be the coach's son, Willie Layton. And then you have other players like Zach Farmer and Hayden Guederos, all guys that you can see if you kind of look at their body of work so far in the season from other games. On any given night, one of these guys can really help provide the Red Devils a lift.
That's absolutely true, and you mentioned those guys, most of those guys being seniors. They have 6 seniors on their roster, and most of those guys are the guys that they're counting on to score points in these games, and they're pretty much more of an evenly balanced scoring team, as you said. The guy that's got the advantage is going to try and take advantage of it. They run, at least in the JV game, they ran mostly 4 out with 1 post guy in kind of set. I think we'll see some of that against the Challenger defense, and so it'll be interesting to see what Coquille does offensively against the Challenger defense.
Well, I think one of the challenges any team faces when they go up against Cascade Christian is all the depth on this team. I see Colson Brown in street clothes, still kind of working his way back from knee injury, but on any given night we're getting the Challengers are getting a lift from Eli Bryant, who had a good game for you earlier this afternoon. Cannon Anderson,
yes.
I know he's been hanging tough against some health issues, but he's coming in and done really well. And then I think that big 3 has become established of Austin Maurer, of Drew Hall and Jaron Frankowiak.
Yep.
And then in that whole mix, Peyton Maurer ends up canning 3 3-pointers against South Umpqua.
Yeah, he had a really good game against South Umpqua, knocked down some big shots and helped the Challengers get out to that big lead. And I tell you what, that game was very impressive, as the Challengers just really ran South Umpqua off the court, played great team basketball, pushed the ball up the court, and I tell you what, if you do not get back on defense on Cascade Christian, they are going to blow you out of the gym, and that's what happened at South Umpqua.
They will eat your lunch. Well, they're getting ready for the start of the ball game. This portion of the pregame show is brought to you by Tap Rock on the Rogue River and Grants Pass. Locally owned, family run. Check out the new menu and the great views at Tap Rock. Well, we're going to go ahead and turn it courtside to the public address. Our hats off to Coquille Athletic Director Dan Hampton for making sure we had a place to set up shop and do business. It's been a long time, Mark, since you and I have done a game over here. I think we'd have to go back to the days of Dan Cumberland as coach, and back when their answer for things was to jack up as many threes as quickly as possible.
Well, and I don't think I have done a game here with you. I was looking at this gym when I came in, and I don't remember being here before. So maybe I was a long time ago, but I don't remember it.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
What do you do when you get injured in a motorcycle accident and you need legal help? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Get ready for winter's snowy, icy, slippery roads at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up on over 100 quality pre-owned trucks and SUVs, and every pre-owned 4x4 and all-wheel drive in stock is sale price. Many are still under factory warranty or come with our 60-day, 3,000-mile comprehensive used vehicle warranty. And our finance experts are ready to help with a quick, easy, and hassle-free process with great finance options. Be safe, warm, and secure this winter. Get to the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
So what do you do when you get injured on the job and need to know your rights with workers' compensation? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
So the Coquille basketball band here in action tonight and playing our national anthem. We don't hear that a whole lot.
No, we don't. I was just going to say, how cool was that? And they did a great job playing it as well. It was very clear and well done.
Yep, we got to love that. Well, it gives the folks at Cascade something to work towards. We're going to go ahead and try to turn things over to the public address announcer as they introduce the starting lineups for tonight's ball game.
Starting line tonight, number 2, sophomore, senior, sophomore, number 11, Drew Hall. Junior, number 13, Nathan Powell. And the other team, number 4, Austin Powell.
So you heard that. Coquille starting all 5 seniors. So very experienced team that Coquille puts out on the floor.
And it's like you said earlier, Mark, that on any given night, it might be Farmer who scores. On another night, it might be Layton who scores. That you can see that they've got a decent amount of length out there on the floor. They come in with a record of 9-7 overall and 3-2 in the Far West League. The Challengers in their road purple uniforms with white numerals, Red Devils in their home whites with red numerals and black trim. Challengers control the tap.
2-3 zone, it looks like, for Coquille right off the bat.
Skip pass. Frankowiak, the team leader in three-point shooting percentage, gets the Challengers on the board first.
Yeah, they run a play specifically for him right there on the first play of the game, and Austin Maurer gets a block right off the bat as well.
Ball out of bounds. Getting set to inbound will be Hunter Layton. He was the leading scorer in their victory just earlier in the week. Layton works it inside. Nice teamwork. And there all alone is Zach Farmer.
Yeah, good job on the inbounds play to get a nice look for Coquille, and they knock it down.
On the baseline, far side, Austin Maurer now to Drew Hall. And the Challengers, who shot 54%, 7 for 13 shooting from long distance on Wednesday night, are 2 for 2 so far. Hunter Layton on the penetration, looking for Farmer inside. There defensively for the Challengers is Wallace. Red Devils turn it over. Cascade opportunity here to stretch their early 4-point lead.
Now Layton tried to get it into the post, and pass whizzed by his teammate and out of bounds.
Peyton Maurer, he had 14 points on Wednesday night. 3 3-pointers. Frankowiak, he buries it.
You leave him alone out there, he's going to kill you, and he's got 2 threes to open the game.
He's really kind of become the guy number 3 in the big 3 for the Challengers, averaging 9.6 a game and on the rise. Hunter Layton, and now a long-distance jumper from Scolari. An offensive rebound, and that's the thing about those long-distance jumpers. Gaderos there with the offensive rebound. St. Mary's was able to get hot early from outside and capitalized on getting some of those long rebounds for second opportunities. Long distance jumper in and out for Guerreros. Drew Hall out of backcourt. Up the floor to Wallace. Wallace can't get it to go.
Looked like he got fouled, but no call.
Going the other way. The shot short by Layton. Challengers quickly out of backcourt. Laying it up with the left hand for two. Drew Hall.
Yeah, Drew Hall in transition. He is pretty much unstoppable. He gets going downhill like that. Very hard to guard.
Layton feeds it inside, off the window, Dean Tucker.
Good little play there. Nice pick and roll, and hit the roll guy for a bucket.
In the high post, Wallace, he'll kick it up for Hall. Hall on the drive, swings it, Frankowiak to Austin Maurer near the basket. He starts to make a move. We have a foul inside.
That one's going to go on Hunter Layton, his first.
So for the Red Devils, their first team foul. First foul called of the game with 4:59 to go. And it's just too easy, like shooting fish in a barrel. Austin Maurer.
With a little post up, steps inside.
And there's nobody, I don't know anybody in the state at this level that can stop that.
No, not if you let him catch the ball there.
Scolari. And Tucker feeds around the horn it goes. Layton's going to drive. Spins, loses the ball. Here we go on the break. And I think the challengers looking for a some kind of flagrant foul. Assistant coach Scott Morris not happy about that, and he's letting the official hear about it.
And the last thing the challengers need is for Austin to get hurt.
Looked like a little discussion going on between the official making the call, talking with assistant coaches Ryan McLemore and Scott Morris. Maurer shaking his head a little bit.
Let's see. If he's going to be able to shoot the free throws.
Well, like you can see, Austin Maurer nodding his head. A little discussion there.
They're going to make him come out because they stopped the game, I guess. At least he doesn't appear to be hurt.
No,
so that's good.
No,
probably just the initial fall, and he's going to. Matter of fact, he's going to go right back in.
So Anderson at the free throw line. Sixth man for the challengers. Bags the first one. Wall's going to come out, and Austin Maurer back in the ball game for him. Anderson averaging about 5 points a game.
You can't put him. What do you mean you can't put him back in? I don't
tell you
know.
what, some of the things I see are going to make me like, I think I need to do a review of the rule book myself.
Yeah, I don't really understand that, but okay.
Anderson, who can be really good from the free throw line. He was a top free throw shooter last year, had some struggles this year, but meanwhile, Layton from downtown, and he puts the Red Devils within 8. Wallace going to shoot from the baseline, a little bit long, rebound, comes out to Farmer. Scolari trying to drive against Anderson, but Anderson, a pesky defender. At the free throw line, near steal by Frankowiak. Foul will go against the challengers. Drew Hall, his first personal. Challengers' first team foul. Layton on the drive. The runner, no good. Gets his own rebound, however, but he's going to have to bring it out. A lot of traffic underneath. Guerreros. Swing it back up top, Scolari. Feed it. Layton's going to make a move against Hall. His shot just a little bit short. Frankowiak, the rebound out of backcourt. Slips and falls to the floor. Quickly up it goes to Anderson. Feeds it to Maurer. Maurer. And you can see the effort that the Red Devils are putting in defensively against Maurer. And I think that's going to be a situation where if they're going to try to play the physical battle, they're going to find themselves in foul trouble in a hurry.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. That's the first foul on Tucker.
First free throw attempt by Maurer, averaging 17 points a game, just a shade behind Drew Hall as he and the sophomore guard provide a powerful 1-2 punch. Second attempt, that one a little long.
Misses them both.
And he's the leading free throw shooter on the team at 76% among the regulars.
I think you better guard that. That's twice that they've leaked out after a free throw for a three.
Layton feeling it, and now Frankowiak going to try to answer. Shot a little bit short. Maurer right at the basket. 2.
Again, he gets the ball down there. There's nothing you can do.
Layton. Now we'll go ahead and kick it out for Scolari. Layton going to drive, pulls inside the free throw line to the hoop. His shot rolls off. Austin Maurer with a rebound, outlets quickly for Frankowiak. Feed it back to Jaron. Jaron swings it to Anderson. It goes.
Yeah, he needed that. He's struggling from the three this year, but he knocks that one down. It's a good start for him.
Challengers now up by double digits here with 2:20 left to go in the first. Steal by Drew Hall. Hall out of backcourt, goes to the hoop. He lays it up and in.
Challengers now lead 22-10 here in the first quarter and have done a great job in most of the games this year of really getting off to a nice start.
Hall guarding Guerreros. Layton looking to make a move on Anderson. The runner along the baseline, no good. We have a foul called underneath.
That one's going to go on Hall.
And that'll be his second personal of the game. Yeah. Derek Farmer going to come in and give Hall a breather. 1:51 to go in the quarter. Challengers up by 12 at 22-10. Farmer with a solid game on Wednesday as well. Frankowiak out of backcourt. He glides to the hoop, and he lays it up and in.
One thing about this team is everyone on the team can finish at the rim well, and you've been seeing that with Drew Hall, Frankowiak, all of them do a great job of finishing around the rim when they get the ball in transition or anywhere around the hoop.
And meanwhile, Guerreros from Curryland can't get it to go. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Challenger basketball. Maurer, Frankowiak, he has a look. And it is taken by Scolari. Scolari chases down the long rebound. Good hustle and the defense. Meanwhile, Tucker runs to the hoop. Looked like in mid-flight, Maurer got a hand on it.
He did. Partially blocked it.
And Frankowiak. Big first quarter for the sophomore guard. He's just a sophomore.
He's got 10. He's got 10 in the quarter.
So he's already eclipsed his season average, which continues to rise, by the way.
Yes. He's starting to get a little more used to the flow of the game with this team. Remember, this is just his first year playing with the rest of these guys.
Well, on top of that, Hall's new to this system as well. Meanwhile, Layton shakes the defender. Shot short. Austin Maurer, rebound out of backcourt. And a foul called against Coquille.
It's on Tucker. I think that's his second.
Coming into the ball game for the Red Devils will be Peyton Leap. So challengers with Farmer and Anderson in the backcourt. Also have Frankowiak, Wallace, and Austin Maurer in there.
And you can watch here for the high pick and roll with Maurer. Or excuse me, actually they're going to use
And there's Farmer. That shot just a little bit short.
And they're going to call Maurer, I think, for the foul there.
And if that be Austin, which it is, that's his first foul of the ball game.
And they're going to get him out here as they usually do just before the end of the first quarter. So he looks like he's moving okay and everything, so no worse for the wear.
Long heave to end the first quarter of play. The Challengers lead 26-10. We'll take a quick timeout, and then we'll be back with more Far West League basketball action here on TableRockSports.net.
Any phone you want.
Any one I want?
Any phone you want.
Connection is the greatest gift of all. At U.S. Cellular, we're offering any phone free for new and current customers, plus $100 to spend on accessories.
New and current customers get any phone free at Siskiyou Cellular, the Rogue Valley's exclusive authorized agent for U.S. Cellular. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Welcome back to Coquille. Today's game is brought to you by Schlesinger and DeVilleneuve, attorneys with practices throughout Southern Oregon. And the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role campaign, promoting respectful and civil behavior at youth sporting events. Coquille opens the second with the ball. And there is Layton. Coquille comes up empty on this possession. They'll kick it back out to Hall, do the Challengers. Peyton Maurer going to fire from downtown. His shot off target. Offensive rebound by Tristan Wallace.
They're going to call him for an offensive foul, it looks like, which is something they did in our game as well that I didn't appreciate. I think that was not an offensive foul. He was just trying to gather and go up. And Tristan picks up the foul, and he'll go out.
Eli Bryant checking into the ball game.
Well, actually, Austin Maurer went out. Excuse me. Challengers shoot 10 for 12 in that first quarter.
That's crazy.
Meanwhile, Coquille 4 for 13.
Well, they shot 69% against the Lancers on Wednesday night. That's the fifth best from the field in a game all time in Oregon, regardless of classification.
And Coquille turns it over.
Cannon Anderson getting ready to check back in the ball game. Eli Bryant coming out. One of these days I'm going to have to ask Coach Morris about his substitution patterns. I'd be curious to know how much is by feel and how much, is kind of a prescribed situation. Or meanwhile, a steal. Driving to the hoop with the left hand. Peyton Lee. Wallace on the baseline. Around the horn. Anderson going to shoot from three-point range. It's good.
Love to see it. Cannon heating up. Challengers already with 5 threes in the ball game.
Guerrero drives to the hoop. Shot misses. Hall with the rebound. So Challengers going with a small lineup here. Perhaps safe for Peyton Maurer. He makes a move to the hoop.
Misses the shot and gets the foul as well, as he kind of frustrated with himself, I think, there.
So that'll be his first personal foul of the ball game. For the Challengers, their 5th team foul. Checking back into the ball game is Zach Farmer. Well-built kid. You can tell him he can bang bodies there.
Challengers in their 13 extended zone defense that they play.
Foul called against Cascade Christian.
On Frankowiak. I don't think that was a foul either, to be honest. He looked pretty square to the baseline. And just you have a right to the position on the floor that you're standing in. And Coquille player kind of pushed him, in my opinion.
Jaron whistled for his first personal foul. Meanwhile, Hall with the steal, quickly out of backcourt to Peyton Maurer. He'll shoot from downtown. He'll make it from downtown.
Peyton really improved his three-point shooting in the offseason, has worked hard on it, and is continuing to work on it. And you can see it there again as he made a three against South Umpqua.
Meanwhile, put back by Farmer. Gets a bucket for the Red Devils. Frankowiak feeding it. Skip pass over to Hall. Loses it for a second. Farmer there with a defensive hustle. Outlets to Layton. Layton with the basketball. Drives. Kicks it back out for Scolari. His shot won't go. Farmer with a rebound. Now to Scolari. Skip pass now. And it's tipped around defensively. Active hands by the Challenger defense. And Coquille will inbound just to our right. Farmer coming into the ball game. Peyton Maurer will take a seat on the Challenger bench, and Coach Morse going to call a timeout. We will do so here as well. Challengers lead in the ball game, 32-14. We'll be right back.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Come enjoy the patio weather and a brand new menu at Tap Rock Northwest Grill, where friends and family gather and memories are made. Come visit us today or visit our website.
Back here at Coquille, hear the band playing. Sounds we don't get to hear nearly enough of, but out here sounding good tonight. Layton with the basketball to Scolari, guarded by Anderson. Farmer around the hole to Layton. Up top it goes. Farmer guarded by Frankowiak. Making a move. Dean Tucker picks up his dribble. Scolari.
This is where the shot clock will come into effect next year.
Definitely. Yep, that'll be a different ball game in some respects next year. You don't see too many teams that will hold the ball for very long in favor of a more up-tempo approach, but there you saw a situation where they wouldn't be able to do that in the future.
Nope, that shot clock will definitely come into play at some point. And it looks like Coquille has gone out of their zone and they're now playing a man. Drew Hall takes advantage right away, drives to the hoop, and picks up the foul.
Foul will be called against Dean Tucker, the senior, whistled for his third personal. 5 team fouls, I should say, for the Red Devils. First free throw attempt by Hall is good.
Challengers led 26-10 after one. Lead 33-14 here in the second.
Second attempt, no good. And Red Devils trying to save it, weave their way out of trouble. There goes Scolari. Needs a little help. He gets it from Layton. Gadero's going to fire from three. His shot short. Rebound out to Hall. Hall in traffic, up the floor to Frankowiak, two.
Drew Hall, one of the things that we've really come to love about him is his passing ability. See it on display right there. He's always got his head up, and he finds the open guy in transition especially.
Scolari fires from three-point range. His shot long, put back by Farmer. That's good. Challenger lead is 19 with 3:15 to go in the half. Short corner to Anderson. Tries to feed it inside for Bryant. Foul called against the Red Devils as Tristan Wallace checks into the ball game for Hall.
Both teams with 6 team fouls. Next one will be shooting for either team here.
Wallace has it, taken away by the Red Devils.
Almost taken away.
Yeah.
Ends up going out of bounds. Challengers keep it.
Winter Sports Action is brought to you by our title sponsor, Lithia Superstore, Jeep Dodge Chrysler. Visit lithiasuperstore.com to find your next ride. And our presenting sponsor, Siskiyou Cellular of Southern Oregon. Frankowiak pulls up, shoots, rims around and off. Wallace tries to fight for that rebound, but Farmer prevails.
Missed Eli Bryant wide open on the cut out of that inbounds play.
Layton at the free throw line. Swings it to Farmer. Now Scolari. Guerreros gets a screen from Scolari. Layton thinks about a shot, but gets it to Guerreros. His shot long rebound, comes out to the free throw line area, and a foul called against
Actually,
Coquille.
a travel. Just the 4th turnover for the Red Devils. They've done a good job of taking care of the basketball. Both teams have just 3 turnovers for the Challengers. And a 30-second timeout for Cascade Christian.
Timeout called on the floor, and we will also take a brief intermission, and then we'll be right back with more here on Table Rock Sports.
An honorably discharged U.S. veteran? If so, did you know that you and your spouse could save approximately $5,000 by taking advantage of using a VA National Cemetery? You and your spouse get a grave or urn space, grave lining, opening and closing, headstone, and perpetual care, all free. Conger Morris can assist you with making all final arrangements and also help with other benefits that you and your spouse are entitled to as a veteran. Call Conger Morris or visit one of the offices.
Back here at Coquille, 2:10 left to go in the half. Challengers take the floor with Bryant, Peyton Maurer, Tristan Wallace, Cannon Anderson, and Jaron Frankowiak. Eli Bryant, up top it goes. Anderson going to fire from long range, and he's feeling it tonight.
He's 3 for 3 from downtown.
Quickly down the floor they go. Leap tries to get a shot up. Little reverse move. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, however. Guerreros, a foul called.
I think that's on Cannon. His first.
And that gives the Challengers 17 fouls. Derek Farmer going to check in.
Challengers really going short now with Eli Bryant back on the bench. Peyton Maurer, the tallest guy in, and you can see Austin is icing his arm right now down on the bench.
Missed attempt. Wallace to Anderson. Farmer. Skip pass to Peyton Maurer. Frankowiak. Jaron going to drive, pulls up, shoots. It's good. Jaron Frankowiak picking up the slack in the absence of 16 points in the game.
14.
40-16 with 1:08 to go in the half. Guerreros, high left wing, it goes to Scolari. Scolari going to try to shake Anderson. Nice feed inside to Farmer. It goes.
Farmer with 8 points to lead the way for Coquille. He's done a good job on the boards for sure.
35 seconds and counting to go in the half. Anderson to Farmer. Cross court to Frankowiak. Maurer. Here, shouts from the bench, getting the players set up. Frankowiak, Farmer, skip pass to Anderson. That one just a little bit long. Farmer fighting for it on the boards. Ball goes out of bounds to the Red Devils.
Anderson has 11 points. Frankowiak with 14. Drew Hall has 8 for the Challengers so far. And that's the end of the half.
We have one half of basketball in the book. The Cascade Christian Challengers leading the Coquille Red Devils by a score of 40-18. Tonight's action is brought to you by the Bedford Parks and Recreation Department. The new Winter Recreation Guide just hit your mailbox. It is available online. Sign-ups are happening now for events, classes, and sports leagues for all. See what's up at playmedford.com. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back in 2 minutes.
Any phone you want.
Anyone I want?
Any phone you want.
Connection is the greatest gift of all. At US Cellular, we're offering any phone free for new and current customers, plus $100 to spend on accessories.
New and current customers get any phone free at Siskiyou Cellular, the Rogue Valley's exclusive authorized agent for US Cellular. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Any time is a good time to plan your funeral, except at the time of the funeral. At Conger Morris, we know that there are so many advantages to planning ahead. It eases the burden on our families at their worst time. Pre-planning also alleviates their stress, knowing the funeral costs are already taken care of. And it allows your service to be more meaningful, with all of your wishes being taken care of. Call us today for personalized assistance in creating your own plan. Conger Morris, we'll always be there.
Welcome back. It's halftime, and the Challengers lead the Red Devils by a score of 40-18. The Cascade Christian Challengers, number 5 team in the state, in pursuit of their 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 11th victory in a row. And Mark, you got some halftime stats for us?
I do. Pretty good half shooting the basketball, especially for Cascade Christian. 15 for 22. That's 68% in the first half. Meanwhile, for Coquille, 8 for 25, just 32%. So the Challenger defense, again, doing a good job, giving up just 10 points in the first quarter and 8 in the second. And, you know, that's always the Challenger's goal, to limit teams to single-digit scoring in each quarter, and pretty close to that in both of the first 2 quarters in this one so far. Meanwhile, the Challengers, with that great start, 26 points in that first quarter, as I mentioned, shooting individually individual scoring, I should say, for the Coquille Red Devils. First, Peyton Leap had 2 points. Hunter Layton had 6. Zach Farmer with 8. And Dean Tucker had 2 for Coquille. For the Cascade Christian Challengers, Jaron Frankowiak had 14 points to lead the way. Cannon Anderson had 11. Drew Hall with 8. Peyton Maurer with 3. Austin Maurer with 4 before he left the ballgame. I'm curious to see if he ends up coming back in the second half. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Turnovers, Cascade Christian with 3 and Coquille with just 4. So a pretty cleanly played game so far. Challengers just really out shooting the Red Devils. That 15 for 22, you'll take that in a half, that's for sure, if you're Coach Morris.
Absolutely. It's been we just kind of see more of what the Challengers do, and I think that's one of the things you always look for from a team is consistency, game in, game out. Are we seeing, them doing the same things consistently well? And, of course, also, every coach is looking for strides forward, improvements in those areas that need shoring up. But you look all the way around, this Challenger team, I don't know that we've talked a whole lot about it, but this has probably got to be one of the best perimeter shooting teams that the Challengers have had in recent memory.
That's certainly true. I mean, if you look at the past Challengers, teams over the last several years, that's kind of one of the areas that they've struggled, is shooting that perimeter shot. In this one so far, they've got 4 different guys, that have made threes in the first half, and they made 7 threes in that first half. So anytime you're making over 5 threes in a half, you're doing a good job.
Absolutely, and then you combine that with all the everything else that they have in store. It has all the makings of a formidable opponent. One of the things we should note after the boys' game tonight, we will broadcast again next week as the Challengers, after a stop at Glide on Wednesday night, finally return home next weekend with a couple of dates. It's going to be Grace Christian night on Friday night, as the Challengers, let me see, they're taking on Sutherland, aren't they, on that night?
I believe that is, no.
Let me see here.
That's not right.
Okay. It is,
you're right, it is Sutherland on Friday and
then
Douglas on Saturday. Yeah. That is correct.
So what will happen is we will be streaming both the boys and girls games those evenings. Grace Christian night on Friday night. And then on Saturday, they're going to have a special night for all of those that sponsor Challenger Athletics. And so many of them over the years have been faithful in terms of helping keep making sure the buses are full of gas and that, everything is taken care of in terms of the financial end of things. So appreciate that. And we'll have those dates coming up for you next week. The Challengers right now, this is the 3rd game of a five-game road swing, but the Challengers looking no worse for wear. Our halftime show is brought to you in part by the Medford Parks and Recreation Department. They invite you to discover all the great classes, field trips, activities, and sports leagues coming up. Visit playmedford.com to find something for everyone in the family. We'll go ahead and take a 2-minute timeout, and then we'll be back to get you ready for the start of the second half.
Dear Dad, today was hard. You know how much I love you, and you know how much I love sports. I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports, I love to play, and I love my team. I want us both to enjoy the game, win or lose. But we can't if you always lose your temper. I hope you can cheer for me and the other players. It's about more than just the score. It's about us all enjoying the experience. I hope you can join me for my next game. I really want you to be there. Love, Katie.
sports game day, or a family get-together. Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
We love our sports here.
It's our responsibility to keep them great. And we need you to know your role.
You can be a player.
You can be a coach. You can be a spectator.
Or an official.
But you only get to be one.
Know your role.
Parents, release your kid to the game.
It's my experience.
Don't yell at the refs. They have a hard job.
Know your role.
Players, respect your opponents.
Love to play, win or lose.
Know your role.
So what do when you get injured in a motorcycle accident and you need legal help? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
The halftime report brought to you in partnership with PlayMedford.com and the Medford Parks and Recreation Department. The Wickner Activities Guide is out now. Learn more at PlayMedford.com or call the Santos Center at 774-2400 to get started. Both teams at their respective benches getting ready to start the second half. And it looks like they're going to be taking it easy with Austin Maurer this evening.
Yeah, I don't expect him to play the way he's holding his arm here at the end of the I saw him here just at the end of the half, and I don't expect to see him back in the game, especially with the Challengers holding on to this 22-point lead.
Challengers with the basketball. Frankowiak, screen from Wallace. To swing it, Anderson going to drive hard to the hole. And that is one thing that we've seen a lot of from Anderson this year is I can remember him as a perimeter shooter, but more aggressive in terms of going to the rack.
Yeah, doing a good job right there of a little ball fake like he was going to shoot the three and then attacking the rim, getting himself to the free throw line where he's 2 for 2 so far.
First free throw attempt by Anderson is good. So he adds to his total there, adds to the Challengers' lead.
12 points now for Cannon.
Eyes the second. Little English on it, gets it to fall. 42-18. Here in the early moments of the third quarter. And it's a good thing they got that padding on those walls along the baseline. You can see some physicality there with Messrs. Wallace and Farmer. Farmer just over the rim and down.
10 points for him now in the game. He's been really good around the rim.
Hall with the basketball. Peyton Maurer going to shoot. Shot just a little off to the left. Offensive rebound by Anderson. And again, he's not afraid inside. Fearless is kind of becoming one of those bywords to describe this young man.
And he's gotten a lot stronger, too, in the last year or two. And that really helps him when he does get the ball in those situations.
First free throw attempt. Gets the friendly roll, 43-20.
Well, on a night when Austin Maurer not going to be available here in the second half, it's important for some other guys to get involved in the scoring as well, and he's done that tonight.
Anderson, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, and he's taking care of himself with charity stripe too. Layton with the basketball between the circles, swings it to Guederos. He'll drive, loses the handle. Wallace there. Out of backcourt, showtime.
And Kowiak with the bucket.
Game by game, you can just tell, yeah, he's definitely reaching a greater level of comfort on his new team this year. Scolari. Layton. He'll do a little spin move, pick up his dribble, and then now feeds it over for Tucker. Shot just off to the right. Gets his own rebound, and the hustle pays dividends.
Coach is not going to be very happy with that. Peyton Maurer failed to box him out, and he gets to the rim to get his own rebound.
Peyton Maurer shooting from downtown, off to the left, rebound to the weak side to Layton, quickly up the floor to Tucker. Tucker, though, loses the handle. Peyton Maurer's there. Drew Hall Shovels it up the floor for Anderson. They go inside, but Hall can't hang on. A little bit of too much mustard there on the fastball. Red Devils come out of backcourt. Scolari near steal by Hall as Tucker gets it. Scolari going to shoot. Shot rolls off. Guerreros. That shot rolls around. Can't get it to stick. The baskets have been working against him tonight. Cannon Anderson drives. Feeds it for Wallace. He kisses it off the window. 4-2.
Challengers continuing to keep that lead that they built in the first half here. Trading buckets a little bit with Coquille in the last couple of minutes, but doing a good job of scoring on their end as well.
Guerreros to Tucker. Right there at the top of the key. Layton. Peyton Maurer there with the defense. And driving to the hoop is Guerreros. Foul called against Peyton Frankowiak. Frankowiak with that look and say, not me.
Well, it looked like he got a lot of ball.
And he'll be whistled for his second personal foul. That will send Guerreros to the free throw line. Hayden, first shot off to the right, no good. Eli Bryant and Briley Richardson making his first appearance of the night. And Briley's putting together those moments of brilliance more and more. Had 3 steals in Wednesday's game against South Umpqua. And he'll give you some nifty long-range shooting as well. 48-23, Wallace, Anderson. Bounce pass, Richardson on the elbow. Long range, 3. It looked good, can't stay. Long rebound, Scolari. He drives with the left hand, and it's good. Meanwhile, the challengers, Bryant going hard to the hole. His shot off the glass. Leap in the ball game. Spinning is Scolari. He's double teamed and he's called for the travel. Derek Farmer going to check into the ball game. Derek, just a freshman, but you can already see a lot of promise in this young man, no matter what sport he's playing. Frankowiak going to shoot in and out. Ball bounces around. Bryant tips it out to Jaron. Wallace is there. Frankowiak gets an open look. He'll shoot. The shot just a little bit short. There on the glass is Derek Farmer. And the foul's going to be called against the Red Devils. That'll go against Canyon Luckman, who's in the ball game. Luckman wearing number 23. Richardson with the inbound. And a near steal, but Farmer's there. Eli Bryant, his shot is good.
That's just a 2, though. Foot on the line for Eli.
Bryant offering up some defense there along the baseline. Peyton Leap bounces it off Hall, the challenger defender. 3:39 left to go in the third quarter of play. Taking the inbound, Tucker against Bryant. Bryant there defensively.
He's going to get called for the foul, I think.
6'5" sophomore with his first personal of the ball game. Peyton Maurer and Cannon Anderson getting ready to check back in. First free throw attempt, it's good. 50-26. Challenger lead is 24 now. Wallace and Bryant go to the bench. Challengers going with something of a scat back lineup.
Yeah, well, coach going to have to mix up his rotation with, obviously, with Austin being out of the game.
Hall spins in traffic. Farmer, Maurer. Now Hall has it again, working against Layton. Heel spin in traffic. Finds Richardson. His shot. It rims off, but Farmer's there with the offensive rebound. Richardson going to work it inside. Kicks it out for Peyton Maurer. It's good. Peyton Maurer picking up some of that scoring load as the Challengers extend the lead in the third. Scolari gets a screen. Left side. Layton. Left to the top of the key. Kicks it out. Tucker's going to shoot. Tucker shot a little bit long. Ball's tipped around. Last touched by a Coquille Red Devil. Coming into the Red Devil lineup will be Zach Farmer.
Challenger defense doing a good job so far in this quarter as well of keeping the Red Devils in check.
Hall going to shoot from the baseline. His shot off the rim. And ball tipped away out of bounds off of the hands of Hall, who was contesting Luckman. 2:27 to go on the frame. Guerreros makes a move. Challengers called for the personal.
Cannon Anderson took a shot there, trying to get over and take a charge.
And he'll be whistled for his second personal of the game. Both teams with 3 team fouls apiece. The Rogue Valley Transportation District, as the first free throw is good, invites you to save on car payments, gas, and insurance by riding the bus. Expanded routes and hours will get you where you need to go. Visit rvtd.org. I think I can hear Weird Al now. Another one rides the bus.
Yeah, there you go.
Drew Hall with the basketball. Richardson. Now Anderson. Challengers exercising some patience here. Hall trying to make a move. Leap with the defense. They'll kick it back out. Now Richardson goes to the hole. He can't get it to go. Tries to get his own rebound. But Leap is there as he outlets for Luckman. 1:39 to go in the third. Leap shoots. He misses. Maurer for the rebound.
Challengers got lucky there. Wide open Leap at the three-point line.
Hall making a move to the hoop. He lays it up and in.
And a foul, I think.
Yeah, it looks like. I think they're going to call him for the block.
Going to get a chance to add to that total. Challengers sort of needed a bucket right there as they had gone dry there for a couple of minutes.
Let's go, Dennis! At the free throw line, Drew Hall, leading scorer for the Challengers on the season, averaging about 17.4. Free throw attempt is good. And I got to tell you, the Challengers are just putting up some insane shooting numbers, shooting a little over 50% as a team on the season. Bringing back memories of Scotty Morris's senior year.
Zach Farmer with another bucket. He's got 12 now in this one.
Hall, Anderson, his shot is good.
Cannon with 4 threes in this one so far.
Oh, love to see what's going on with him. It's good to see him. I know he has had some, sounds like he's had some stomach problems during the winter, but in fine form this evening.
Tristan Wallace picks up his second foul and sends Guerreros to the free throw line where he makes the first one. He's got 4 points now, all from the line.
But check this out, Mark. Jaron Frankowiak shooting 55% from the floor for the year. Drew Hall, 56%. Peyton Maurer, 50%. Austin Maurer, 57%. Eli Bryan, 61%.
Yeah, those are some pretty good numbers.
38 seconds to go in the third. Challengers. Wallace gets out of traffic to Maurer. Ooh.
Another 3 for Peyton. That's his 3rd in the game. And every time you think you're getting a little closer, the challengers come back with a 3 or a steal.
Frankowiak, Hall outruns the posse with a left-handed layup. Challengers now with 24 points in the quarter. Layton gonna shoot. Shot short. And after 3, the Challengers doubling up the Red Devils at 64-32. We'll take a timeout and we'll be right back.
The days grow long, calling you to pack a bag, grab the kids, and hit the road to Southern Oregon. Your journey begins when you travel Medford.
This is Jake. He's a serious cyclist training for his next race. Each morning, Jake takes his bike on the bus to work. By not owning a car, Jake is saving nearly $1,000 a month in gas, car payments, insurance, and repair. The money he saves allows him to participate in the Race for a Cure for breast cancer. With every ride he takes, he's 1 mile closer to crossing the finish line on behalf of his mom. Way to go, Jake.
There's a time machine that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
Start of the 4th quarter. Leap going to try a drive along the baseline. Going to have to kick it out for Scolari. He'll fire from downtown. Good looking shot. In and out. Rebound Wallace. Hall with the ball. Wallace at the free throw line. He was thinking that Hall was going to zig, and instead he zagged.
Well, and that was a play. He was not supposed to throw that ball yet. I recognized that play.
Oops.
And he threw it a little early, and Hall was going to go back door right there, hopefully for a layup. Challengers don't get it.
Layton bounce pass taken away by Hall. Hall to the window, and he scored.
Hall with 15 now.
So he's just 2 behind his season average of 17. And I can't remember a time, Mark, when we had 2 guys averaging over 15 points a game for the Challengers, and we've got that now between Austin Maurer and Drew Hall, and then now we've got Frankowiak, who will shortly be averaging in double figures, with Anderson and Peyton Maurer not that far behind.
And a timeout taken by Coquille.
Timeout called on the floor. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. Just want to remind you that you may be missing some of the reporting from the Mail Tribune, which ceased operation last week. Well, make sure you check out Southern Oregon Grapevine.com. You'll find stories, stats, pictures, and links to our Table Rock sports streams. And you can also help by reporting on your favorite team or school. Check out Southern Oregon Grapevine.com or their Facebook page. So a good way to keep up on sports. I've been seeing some of the recaps for some of the Challenger games in there. Also, some good stuff, North-South Medford and all around, and just basically that platform will be as strong as those who contribute to it. So if you're a super fan and come out to the games regularly, maybe you can help become a contributor to this kind of community effort to keep the name of our favorite high school athletes out there.
Yeah, I think that's really sad with the way the Mail Tribune ended operations. That was one of the great things about it, is they did a good job of covering local sports. I really thought they did.
Well, yes, a tip of the hat to guys like Tim Trower, Chris Henry, some of the guys like that. I know you go way back in the day, Greg Stiles, before he became a business reporter, and over the years, and then Don Hunt, and a lot of those guys did some great, along with the scores and stories, they did a great job of doing the features on the players that kind of give you that human touch element to it. And some really good coverage during football season as the Challengers made their state championship run.
Yeah, and it's too bad that's not there anymore. And like you said, hopefully other people will step up, and sort of continue the tradition, so to speak.
Well, for you Challenger sports fans, we have ChallengerAthletics.com. For those of you who follow Cascade Christian on Facebook, you may notice almost all those sports stories come from Challenger Athletics. You can become a subscriber, and then you get that right in your email box anytime that we crank those stories out. And that will be one where definitely I will be retrenching my efforts working at the school. Peyton Maurer fires from downtown. The shot just a little bit long, and the rebound by Leap. Scolari tries to speed things up out of backcourt. Challengers getting back defensively. Tucker going to shoot, and the shot just a little bit long. Air ball, but Tucker there. Tries it again, and a rejection by the Challengers defensively. Was that Wallace that got his hand on?
Yep, it was.
Excuse me there, and then the Bulldogs.
Well, that was their third or fourth offensive rebound. The Challengers not securing the boards there, and they end up finally making a bucket.
Maurer, Frankowiak, now to Hall. Frankowiak going to have a look from downtown. Shot just a little bit long. Wallace tries to save it, and Anderson is there.
He just traveled. Switched his pivot feet. Can't do that. Turnover for the Challengers.
Wallace will come out. Bryant will come in for Cascade. 5:13 and counting to go in the ball game. Challengers up by 32. They'll be on the road again on Wednesday against Glide.
Challengers in that 1-3-1 again here in the fourth quarter.
Feed it inside. Guerrero's trying to make a move. And as he does,
I think Eli Bryant got his hand in the cookie jar there.
Yes, he did. So that'll send Guerreros to the free throw line for Bryant, his second personal of the ball game.
Guerreros with 5 from the charity stripe. And he makes another one. He's 6 for 7 from there. Make it 7 for 8.
So Guerreros taking advantage of what's given him. Hall out of backcourt. Frankowiak. Hall from long distance. He buries it. 4:30 left to go in the ball game. Hayden Guerreros to Scolari. Guerreros misses. Good job of securing the rebound by Peyton Maurer. Hall out of backcourt. Peyton drives, swings it for Jaron. His shot just a little bit long. Offensive rebound by Bryant. Challengers choosing patience. Spread the floor. Bryant gives the screen to Hall. He'll shoot, and he'll score.
That's 20 now for Hall. And you know, once he gets it going, he can score in bunches, too.
Oh, my goodness. He can fill it up. Scolari's shot, no good. And as Hall and Bryant try to get the rebound, a travel called.
Got to have some communication there from the Challengers.
And a timeout called. We will also take one. Challengers lead 72-36. We'll be back after these messages on TableRockSports.net.
I'm Pat Cox with Sherm's Food Stores. The employees of Sherm's are proud to be part of your community.
We have thousands of customers in our stores every day, and our checkers know a lot of them on a first-name basis. They tend to enjoy what they do, and they love it, so it reflects in how they treat the customer.
If you live anywhere in Southern Oregon, there's a Sherm's store near you. We hope to see you soon.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
Fuel up for your race day adventures with Pinnacle 365. Hit for your early morning caffeine fix to help you get off to a good start and be rewarded with free motivation. Stay hydrated as you ride into Turn 2. And if fountain drinks are your thing, get your 6th free. Add Crunch to your lunch as you head into Turn 3. Fuel up for the remainder of the race with your Peak Rewards app and save at least 16 cents a gallon. Your daily journey to the winner's circle starts at Pinnacle 365.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Avista Utilities and our friends from Pinnacle 365. Use your Peak Rewards to save on gas on the way to fresh powder at Mount Ashland. Farmer taking the inbound, rejected by Bryant. The Farmer gets it back. Scolari swings it around the horn. Leap. Back to Scolari. Try to feed it inside, but a steal by Dylan Westlake. Westlake out of backcourt. He'll pull up and shoot. Shot long. Anderson with the offensive rebound as he bangs it home.
Nice steal by Dylan Westlake. And a good finish by Anderson.
Farmer. We'll get it now for Guerreros. Layton gets a screen from Hayden. But the Challengers pretty pesky here with 2:23 to go and limiting this Red Devils team to 36 points. Layton gonna shoot from downtown and he scores.
His third three of the game.
Timeout called. We will go ahead and keep it right here as we see Mason Hoffman getting ready to check into the ball game. For almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon for your home, vehicle, or business needs. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass supports our schools and our communities. And fans, it's time to get back into the game as an official. There's a critical need in all sports right now. Go to osaa.org and click on the blue Become an Official button to learn more. 2:09 to go. The Challengers in the driver's seat throughout. As we look at the post-game stats, I think we'll find that the Challengers got it going early enough. They were 10 out of 12 in the first quarter, as Mark is keeping stats over here. And when you start out that way...
That's a good way to start, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
As so far, Cannon Anderson has 20 and Drew Hall with 21 to lead the Challengers tonight.
Westlake with the inbound. Richardson in the ball game. He'll bring it out of backcourt against pressure. And manages to hang on to it.
For a minute, then gives it away.
Steal by the Red Devils. Scolari, his shot just a little bit long. Long rebound comes out to Layton. He'll shoot it again, and he'll score. Foul in the backcourt. Guerreros whistled for the personal against Dylan Westlake.
Not quite sure what they're trying to do here with the game out of reach. Fouling, like on purpose it looked like.
Yeah, that does look kind of curious. Mason Hoffman bounce pass to Richardson. He'll go to the hoop, and he scores. Briley Richardson.
Nice little backdoor cut after throwing the ball in bounds by Briley for a bucket.
Scolari on the drive. He'll bring it back out. Skip pass over for Layton. Now trying to make a move. We have number 35 into the ball game for the Red Devils. That is Aiden Hahn. feed on the baseline. Guerreros, he'll bring it back out. 37 seconds left to go in the ball game.
Over a minute when this possession started, so the 35-second shot clock would have come into play right in this neighborhood, and the ball would be the Challengers.
It'll definitely be changing up the playbook some. Meanwhile, Coquille and Layton, he'll drive his shot off the window, and Farmer's there. Up high it goes. Time runs down. And that will end the ball game. The Cascade Christian Challengers raised their season record to 13-2. They have now won 11 in a row and keep a perfect record in the Far West League. They defeat the Coquille Red Devils by a score of 76-41. We're going to go ahead and take a 2-minute timeout, and then we will be right back with the Conger Morris postgame show, which comes your way next. Hometown help for difficult times at Conger Morris Funeral Directors. We'll recap today's scoring, look at key stats, and that'll be coming up after these messages.
Where do you find information about paying for medical treatment after a car crash? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
You can get any phone you want.
Any one I want?
Any phone you want.
Connection is the greatest gift of all. At US Cellular, we're offering any phone free for new and current customers, plus $100 to spend on accessories.
New and current customers get any phone free at Siskiyou Cellular, the Rogue Valley's exclusive authorized agent for US Cellular. Visit souscellular.com for details.
So what do you do when you can't work because you were injured on the job? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Come enjoy the patio weather and a brand new menu at Tap Rock Northwest Grill, where friends and family gather and memories are made. Come visit us today or visit our website.
Welcome back to Coquille. Jim McCoy along with Mark McLemore. On the camera tonight, Colton Treadway, as the Challengers keep the roll going. Now 3-0 on this current road swing as they defeat the Coquille Red Devils. And Mark, on a night when your best player goes out with an injury, the other guys step up.
Well, and there's no doubt they did. Is the Challengers shoot 28 for 50 on the night. That's 56%. So they were really hot in the first quarter and in the first half. It came down a little bit in the second half, as you would expect in a game like this, but still they shot over 50% from the field in the ball game. As I mentioned, Coquille, meanwhile, 15 for 49, just 31%. So Cascade Christian with the clear advantage in the shooting department. Both teams shot identical, 8 for 11 from the free throw line, 73%. So, the turnover battle also very close. The Coquille Red Devils with 10 and the Challengers with 8. So very close there as well. But that shooting percentage really was the difference in the game as the Challengers shoot again. Have been consistently around that 50% mark, and in some cases like tonight over it, as they did a really good job of just taking care of the basketball and making shots when they had them. Scoring, first of all, for the Coquille Red Devils, Peyton Leap had 4, Scolari had 2, Hunter Layton with 11, Zach Farmer with 12, Hayden DeGueros had 7, all at the free throw line, and Dean Tucker with 5. That was the scoring for the Red Devils. For the Cascade Christian Challengers, Bradley Richardson off the bench had a bucket for 2. Jaron Frankowiak had 16 points on the night. A nice night for him, especially in the first half. I think he had 12 of those 16 in the first half. Kenan Anderson did a good job tonight. He was 6 for 6 from the free throw line and had 4 threes to get, and a 1-2 to get himself to 20. So he had 20 points on the night to go along with the 21 points from Drew Hall, as he also made 3 threes tonight to get to that 21-point mark. Tristan Wallace had a bucket for 2. Peyton Maurer had 9. All 3 of those were threes. Eli Bryant with a bucket off the bench, and Austin Maurer with just 4 points, and he goes out after, probably a couple of minutes into the second quarter. But the Challengers, as you mentioned, everyone else steps up with Drew Hall, Frankowiak, and Kenan Anderson all close to that 20-point mark, and they, between the 3 of them, they get almost 60 of the 76 Challenger points. So a nice job by those 3 guys stepping up and handling the scoring load with Austin being out. Really, kind of the game we expected it to be. The Challengers take care of business. No big surprises. I think the biggest surprise for me, to be honest with you, Coquille did a good job of taking care of the basketball. Yeah, only 10 turnovers in the whole game. You can tell they've got that senior group that played most of the game, and they know how to play basketball and not turn the ball over. A lot of the other teams that we've seen the Challengers play have really not expected the pressure that the Challengers have brought and have turned the basketball over. So give them credit for not doing that, but just not being able to match the shooting prowess of the Challengers tonight.
Well, for the Red Devils, they'll be coming up, they'll have a home date tomorrow night against Lakeview, and then they go on the road to Rogue Rivers, so some opportunities to go ahead and fortify their position in the Far West League standards. Meanwhile, the Challengers take on Glide on Wednesday, then they'll be at home next weekend, and we'll resume broadcast here on Table Rock Sports for both boys and girls action. Just doing the boys game tonight, but the Challengers taking on Sutherland on Friday night, and then Douglas on Saturday night. Well, that'll wrap up our broadcast. Our post-game show is brought to you by Conger Morris Funeral Directors. Our final score on the ball game, the Challengers 76, the Red Devils 41. We'd like to thank the athletic director, Dan Hampton from Coquille, for hosting the Lithia Superstore game of the night on TableRockSports.net and today's broadcast. Special thanks to head coaches Willie Layton and Brian Morris. And again, our next Table Rock Sports production will be on Friday night. Again, the final score, it is the Challengers 76, the Red Devils 41. This has been a special presentation of Table Rock Sports. Our executive producer is Joe Brett. With Mark McLemore and Colton Treadway, I'm Jim McCoy saying thanks for watching and good night from Coquille High School in Coquille, Oregon.